One of the things I'd like to pick up on at the start is really an understanding of the sort of the priorities that you and or Lendlease have when it comes to innovation. How are you developing the sort of strategies that you have in place?
As I mentioned, these strategies around like our Mission Zero objectives, that's our
Yeah.
priorities, roadmaps around that. And if you think about the relevant uh, themes around workplace these days and the customer. And if you think about, like, let's just talk about workplace for a minute. The workplace paradigm has really been disrupted since COVID, right? So
Yeah.
you've got hybrid work. It's definitely here to stay. You and I are hybrid working. I'm either sitting in the office and you're sitting from home now. Um, the inflexible cost of infrastructure in our real estate. It's still brick and mortar. People are still paying rent, still overheads, and there's commitments. And then there's the whole ESG ambitions. Like, everyone is now on the train when it comes to trying to achieve some goals when it comes to ESG. But then there's all these factors, right? So you've heard about the great resignation or the war for talent. You've heard about the challenges on getting people to return to work. You have the culture gap. You've got, like, buildings that are still, you can see, empty. And then you got unpredictable people turning up at work, and you turn up and there's no one here. You got fragmented data because you've got building systems that are not connected to customer interfaces. And then the building systems, as we know, in the whole prop tech decade of transformation, is still not integrated.
Yeah.
And then they're not really focused on the customer. It's focused on the building targets. But what you don't realize is that it's one in the same when it comes to the approach. And then when it comes to the employee health and well-being and all the things that we've been talking about, like, how do we actually serve and make decisions better? So there's real tipping points now, as you know, that the data is there. 52 employees are considering to switch hybrid work, and more than 50% of employees are planning to incorporate some flexible work office space over the next few years. And then, people are starting to think about what type of organization do they want to work with, and
Yeah.
they're leaving companies left, right, and center. So what does it mean? It means we really need to be focused on making the right decisions, from CEO levels to how we leverage the real estate assets to better embed culture, and employee value proposition is changing across the world. CEOs and CFOs are going, how do I structure left flexible leases and employees perks and incentives to get people, and then how do we maximize our facilities in our buildings to be more cost efficient and improve customer and employees productivity. And then when it comes to workplaces and the leaders, how do I create a healthy and sustainable culture and office environment that improves the customer experience, improves the employee experience, to ensure that the environment is responding to their needs. Now, we have recently launched in Asia Podium Property Insights, which actually provides the data insights that you need, and all the things that you're asking, or we are all asking, and it gives tools to employees like Lendlease to kind of
Mhm.
meet the needs of the new demand of hybrid work. So it's it's very exciting, and I see the live data from the dashboards that we've been implementing. It enables us to kind of like connect with all the information of how people use the spaces in our places, and then it gives you transparency of data around across the portfolio through your sustainability objectives. Enables us to explore insights through our customers and their journeys and how they use the spaces and how frequently and what type of spaces they're using. It enables us to measure some of our goals as well. So we've just really launched that recently, a few weeks ago actually, with Accenture,
Yeah.
and it's a kind of the first to go market. So Podium Property Insights, and it's enabled by Google Cloud, which is a seamless integration with the providing a digital platform that actually uses data to help real estate owners and tenants assess space. And it really unlocks meaningful decision making driven insights into place experience and optimization and sustainability. So it's something that I've been waiting like to hear for a long time, because like we don't make data-driven decisions as much as we need to, and that's the only
And
way you can do that is
this will
being
enable you
customer
to do that.
focused,
Yeah.
leveraging future insights, being customer focused, optimizing space, and that's what we've been talking about, James, for years, decades.
Absolutely. No, and it makes sense. I mean, finally you can walk the walk and on the data side as well. So it makes perfect sense.